With every year that passes, we've come to expect a new iPhone. The incremental improvements have been compounding over the last 14 years and once again have produced something remarkable. Today, we're talking about the iPhone 13 Pro Max and its incredible macro camera. As you can see, this new camera is huge, but it's not only meant for those people that only create video content with their phone, it's for your average consumer. No, not that guy. For you guys. Statistically, most of you guys watching this video right now are doing so on your iPhone, and even if you don't upgrade to the 13 Pro right now, you'll probably end up upgrading later on down the line. Now, before in the past, if you wanted to get into macro photography or videography, you'd have to do a few things first. First, you'd have to have some kind of camera, and with that camera, you're going to need lenses. Now, you could always go the cheap route and buy some macro tubes, but they're pretty cheap and I would not recommend. But they're very limited. One of the downsides is you lose a bunch of your range. Whenever you're using a macro tube, you're going to be stuck in with about a few inches of room where you're able to actually focus. And overall, they're made of plastic, they're not the best thing. Now alternatively, if you wanted to go for the highest, most premium experience when it comes to buying a macro lens, you'd have to get a better camera. And the lenses you were paying for were thousands of dollars. I mean, literally, look, thousands of dollars. And that's why I think having this camera in your pocket at all times is incredibly helpful for a lot of us. Whenever you're out and about, you can always just take out your phone and take a really quick video or photo. Now, your opportunities to take a peek into the world of tiny grows exponentially. Now, it couldn't be any easier than this to take your macro shots. You open up your default camera app and you just get really close to things. And I mean like really close to things. Like really uncomfortably close. Now, when you get really close to things, you might have to turn on your flashlight if there's not enough light, but it still couldn't be any easier than this. Now, once again, the macro lens is just the ultra wide lens on the iPhone 13. Thankfully, that was actually improved on this new model. So as you can see from these photos, you're able to get some really stunning shots that are very clear, and I got a lot closer to these things than I thought. Now here, you just have an ordinary quarter, and we all know how big a quarter is. It's not too big, but already you're able to see that I'm getting a good amount of detail out of it, but this isn't even as close as it can get. And this is so close, it's honestly mind-blowing. You're able to see every little bit of that bird and all the text above it. You're able to see clearly words that you would not normally be able to see, or at least pay attention to. You see every groove, every scratch, every dent in this quarter that you can. Here on the front side of the quarter, I was able to get ridiculously close, and you're able to see every little detail. And the fact that this is in our pocket is crazy. Now, when you do get too close, the camera kind of has a hard time focusing, but overall, it's still perfectly usable. My wife, she has this little stuffed dog named Percy from the movie Pocahontas, and he's tiny. He's probably only a few inches big. I'm able to zoom in all the way to his face, and then I'm able to zoom in even more to his eyeball, and you're able to see every fiber of this eye. It's incredible. Now, I had a really incredible time going around to the smallest things in my place and trying to pick out the tiniest bit of detail, and you're able to see so much. This is why I love this phone so much. My bunny keeps moving. I have not been this mind blown since probably the iPhone 11 came out, 11 Pro Max or whatever, and it had the night mode, because that blew my mind. The fact that a camera was able to see better in the dark than I was, the one that's on my phone, the one that I carry around with me every day. And as you guys saw from the thumbnail, my wife has this tiny little Fiat car, and from a distance it looks perfectly fine, but the closer you get, you're able to see every little piece of dust on it. I'm not gonna lie to you, this completely inspired me to do a deep clean just of everything we had. I dusted everything, like every nook and cranny of everything, just because I couldn't unsee all this dust. Like, look at this windshield right here, absolutely filthy. And last but not least, we're gonna talk about this little nine-tails fox that I 3D printed out a while ago. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm actually able to tell you how big these grooves are. So I'm pretty sure I printed them out at 0.3 millimeters. And if you don't have a ruler, like, you can find a ruler, you can see how tiny 0.3 millimeters is, and they look massive. The lines look so huge on this 3D print, you get to see every little layer and every little piece of dust. Now it is very hard to hold this phone stable, so if you are trying to get some good macro shots, I would recommend you getting a little tripod for your phone, which you might already have. You definitely need one. As you can see, my hands are very shaky, and when you are so zoomed in like this, it's very hard, very hard to keep it still. Now that wraps up this video, guys. I just really wanted to rant about this new phone and just all of the crazy macro shots you're able to get with it. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment down below if you have any questions. If you like videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I'm here all day. For whatever reason, if you guys are interested in 5 amazing facts about a Tesla, I made a video right over here that you guys can check out. Highly recommend. I love the video. Maybe you will too. Have a great day.